Dallas Wall Street Radio.
Power214.com.
You don't have no orange ones in there, do you?
Kayla.
Thank you, Kayla.
You're welcome. Look at that. See, you see how he acts in front of you?
Yeah, you
Sometimes
got
it's
him
that
right,
aura.
though.
It's that vibe.
You got him right quick.
I'm working on it.
Bring in
Appreciate it. Oh,
you gonna bring in the special guest on your side. I guess that's how they do. All of the special guests always jump on. They get Angela Yee on their side. They get Dee Dee on their side. And they jump on Michael Sean. It's cool.
Hit me.
Yeah,
I'll let y'all do it like that.
Man, I'm with Caleb, man.
Okay. I mean, we have 7ThaGreat in the building, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
Whoop, Tory Lanez.
Already,
that's Triple D shit, man. It's Triple D.
You know,
we're gonna get them.
We're gonna ride with the city.
Yeah, we're gonna get them
It
boys.
was real cute. It was real cute, I thought.
He
I was
tried.
Like, okay, Tory. Well, you just keep doing more than saying it. 'Cause
he
that's
did
all I-
prove himself a little bit as a rapper with him and the Jordan Lucas beef.
Yeah.
I actually
He did his thing.
He said Pusha T and J. Cole were too scared. Pusha T and J. Cole? You see, hold on, please do it again.
I wish my face could make a sound.
Drake.
Right. So he said that they were too scared. I feel like that's a bold ass statement to make.
Man,
You gotta be
You're a
bold.
rapper.
You gotta be bold in this game. You know
What
what I'm
do you
saying?
think about that?
Me personally,
Yeah.
shit. It's whatever.
Pusha
you know,
T, J. Cole.
to be honest, I don't have an opinion about that shit. I don't care. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure that if anybody asks me, I'm going to say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit,
Right.
I feel like I could watch anybody, too.
so if you had to pick Pusha T, J. Cole, or Drake, Pusha T, J. Cole, or Tory.
I just
See,
said
I
that.
left him out already. Who would you choose?
So, look, you know, fuck all these other industry cats, man. I want to talk about this demigod.
It's time to jump in.
It's time to jump
Let's
in.
jump in.
Let's get it.
I want to talk about this demigod.
Ladies and gentlemen, 7ThaGreat.
7ThaGreat is
7ThaGreat.
In the building. 7ThaGreat.
So-
You've had the good, we've had the bad, and we've had the ugly. Now we got the great. 7 is the number of completion in the Bible.
Say, man, talk this shit, man.
Where did you get your name?
Just off that number of completion.
The
It
number
come
of
from my
completion.
neighborhood too, though. It come from my hood, Dixon Circle.
You oh,
Yeah, you know we.
are you a real nigga?
Say, man,
Can we ask that on the air?
I'm just a real.
100.
I'm a real.
Man. Yeah, say that's the only thing you hear somebody say they from Dixie. Oh, you from Dixie?
Yeah, they kind of get
Okay.
a little act right, you know what I'm saying? But you know, so we try to keep that under wraps.
It's like real
They
talk.
start tripping on you. You know what
No,
I'm
that's
saying?
lit. So you
Yeah.
from the city,
Yeah.
got your name from the one and only up above.
Yeah.
Where does the great come from?
I actually
What
just
are you
called
saying
myself 7. One of my partners, RIP to him, man, G Cole. He just started saying the great, so I just ran with it. You know what I'm saying? He used to call me the great.
That's the best way, man. It's just natural.
Yeah, so you know, I seen somebody put it on the fly before, and that's
Yeah.
what we went with.
See, when you real, it'll attach itself. Alexander put that on his name himself.
Yeah.
He added that to his name.
Yeah.
But you, the people are, and they definitely would agree that you're one of the greats out here in the city.
I not the, in the most humblest way. I think I live up to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You even went so far as to name your latest album. If y'all haven't gotten it yet, make sure that you have. I feel like I'm holding one of those 24 karat bar go for real. You know what I'm saying? This is classic. It's some great artwork on here. Demi God. The last demigod we talked about was who? Hercules?
So y'all pretty much know the meaning more than
No, tell the people, man.
More
Tell the
than,
people.
more than a man, less than a God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you are all of us gods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you believe, you got to know that. So
Yeah.
you're looked at as a higher standard. That's what that gun mean. That's higher standard.
That is a high standard
That's a
of
higher
gun.
standard.
Yeah,
you
for
know what
sure.
I'm saying? You got to stay when you build yourself up to be a certain vehicle in this industry or in the world. Period. You got to hold yourself to a high standard.
Right.
Like a pastor, or preacher, he got to take all the backlash all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
He can't say that. Then he wrong. So that's what that gun mean. That's higher standard. You're a hostage. You know what I'm saying? You're really a hostage in your own success. So, you got to choose which one you want. But then, I can go on and on about that Demi God.
I mean, all we did was talk about the
Right, I'm like, man, this is a...
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know.
I'm over here doing that like, yes.
We got to step our interview questions up, man. I feel like I should have had something extra about the name. I didn't have enough about the name. Jeez.
I got I see you only have 2 features.
Right.
And I don't think I've heard is Nick Noel a R&B singer too?
Yeah, he's a singer. Right,
Okay.
Right.
I don't think I heard Blessed yet, or if I have, I don't remember it. So, just how did you choose those 2 R&B artists?
I really didn't. We really didn't choose it. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of pretty much turned out like that. We had a few more artists. You know what I'm saying? Like with a name in the city that was supposed to actually make the album, but as far as like conflict with schedules, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shit, we had to keep it moving. So, we pushed it back like a few times, but it was up to the point where we had to go on and release it. So that's the only reason it came out like that.
Yes.
But all in all, I think that was a perfect thing for us to do it like that right now anyway.
I was watching goddamn Love and Hip Hop, I think it is.
Yeah.
And Trina was mad at her team. This was last night.
Yeah.
Tea for you. She was mad because she said that they had pre-ordered her album 2 years ago and it still hadn't dropped. You said that you have just off of the buzz that was already building,
Right.
you had to put that out. How much pressure are you under to do that? To keep that work in the streets?
When that fire lit, man, you gotta go, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just been blessed to kind of live up to the expectations, you know what I'm saying, and rise to the occasion. Because we had started out doing the freestyles, what you was talking about with the black screen.
We're going to get into that,
You know
too.
what I'm saying? Like all those videos, they over 100,000, 200,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it was like the album had to match that. It was going to be like a hit or miss, you know what I'm saying? But so far, the album was the #1 album on iTunes, you know what I'm saying? So, shit, we lived up to expectations. So, that, I'm blessed and proud of that for sure.
So we have 16 songs.
Yeah.
Album's just great.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite song? Like, which one is your like?
Right now, I like 357 Bars and Vibes. Caught a Vibe, man. Like,
Okay.
Caught a Vibe is the single right now that's buzzing, but I just love how fun it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, I've been doing freestyles and shit for a minute, so everybody was waiting on me to drop that, to make that hit. And I think that's the one, that'll open the doors for us.
Man, I really like that God Flow record.
That God Flow series.
That's a hard, man.
Yeah.
That's a hard record. I was listening to some of the tracks and I was just going. I heard you say, you only had 2 options and it was rap or ball.
Right.
So what sport did you play?
I play basketball, man.
You went up
hooper.
Yeah, I play basketball for real. Like for real.
for real. You was a hooper.
For real.
Oh, you hoop.
Nah, I
you
told my
hoop.
ACL though. Yeah, I went to Navarro, then I signed with LSU.
Yeah.
But I ended up tearing my ACL and ended up coming home and you know how they go doing some more shit and then go back to school, jumped into this rap shit. That
So that's
dude
what-
right there, that's the first person gave me my opportunities in that rap.
That's what I was about
Yeah,
to ask
straight
you.
up.
How did you transition from?
I dropped the song. I was recording one day just bullshitting, and one of my partners told me, man, if you don't record that, you know, he cussed me out.
Yeah.
Crazy. You know what I'm saying? So me and him chopped it up. Shit, we went to the studio recording. We was off to the races.
I'm glad you said that because I
Yeah.
be telling them that I'm gonna be the next something, and they
Yeah.
think I'm playing. So now that you said it,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just be bullshitting.
Yeah.
And one day Mose gonna be like, "Oh shit."
But you know, we always
You
rap.
got
Like
it.
I've been rapping forever. I've been making music since I've been a kid. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But as far like I thought I was going to the NBA. Like
Yeah.
I thought I was going pro.
Yeah.
And you know, like I tell people all the time, I was blessed enough to have something else to put my mind and my energy into. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
And I was blessed to have that.
Yeah, because we can't just run past that. You tore your ACL.
Right.
That's like somebody cutting your tongue
I
out
know.
in radio, or you know what I'm saying. That is big.
Yeah.
Where did your mind go?
I was tripping, man. Like that really like fucked me up, you know what I'm saying, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like I came back from the injury, but mentally I was never the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, like I said, I lost my scholarship. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I
You start to question, what am I gonna do?
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I had to start all over again.
Yeah.
Like as far as like dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Like shit, you know, that's the hardest thing. A lot of people don't even find their dreams. And I had to start all over, like I'm finna do this music. But it didn't happen like that. It was just something that just came, and I was like, fuck it, we finna pursue this music. And
I was gonna say, so with that happening, did you ever think that you would be where you are right now?
not really, you know what I'm saying? Not really, because like I still have so much passion for basketball like I do. I even though I don't hoop like that no more, but I just love it so much, but I had to put all that energy into the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's also part of my story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I rap, when you listen to the album, it's me. Like, this ain't nothing fabricated. It's my story. And that's what it really helped me do. It gave me something, you know.
So with the way you move and carry yourself, you know what I'm saying, and you see how the way the internet work, you know, you kind of got to do, most of these guys go out here and kind of, they got to compromise themselves and do this comedy or go just do some crazy ass antics.
Right.
Did you use those freestyles we talked about? Was that your antics instead of trying to?
Yeah, because you know that's how I first started building a name for myself, doing the freestyles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a little while back, and I just kind of just stick to that formula. And so I had took a little break, you know what I'm saying? I was going through a lot of shit, but I took a little break, and that's how I came back with the black screen, with the freestyle. That shit just hit back off, you know what I'm saying? So shit, we was up and running.
I really like the way that you did that, because it's really a good blueprint for the up and coming artists out the city to see that. Because I try to tell a lot of people, like, man, you really ain't got to compromise yourself to get there. Like, you don't gotta go and try to force it. You know what I'm saying? If it's all about having good content. It don't matter what kind of content it is, as long as it's good. That's why when you see somebody doing all these crazy antics, you see people like, oh, that's content that we like. But it's like, it don't have to be that. Just as long as it's good content, you know what I'm saying, it'll work for you. And
sometimes, you know, people gotta do that shit because they music don't live up to.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like my music live up to, like, shit, you could put, like we was just saying, Tory Lanez, Drake. Like, I feel like I can be in the same room with them cats and hold my own or kill them or whatever. It's gonna be an argument. So I'm just gonna do me musically, you know what I'm saying, and bring my shit every time and talk my shit. You know what I'm saying?
How
like,
do
that's
you
what
feel
I'm gonna
about
do.
the guys that are coming up in the industry, especially the ones out of Dallas?
Like, I feel like we all helping each other, you know what I'm saying, open them doors up. Like, No Man, you know, shout out to Yella, you know what I'm saying, he did a lot of shit that we haven't seen as far as the city, you know what I'm saying, and he showed like dudes like me that there is opportunity ahead, you know what I'm saying, and shit that can happen. Cause I know him personally, like we was doing the same shows and shit coming up, you know what I'm saying, and I seen this dude just take off. And that like, I ain't look at that as no hate or nothing. That was inspiring to me to say, like, damn, like, he did it. Like, oh, I know I can do it. You know what I'm saying? And learn, you know.
Piggyback off of that from listening to the album. You mentioned how you got voted for the Hood Awards over Mo3 and Yella.
And Freddie,
and Freddie. You got voted to win the Hood Awards. You won the Hood Awards, but then they got famous faster than you, per se. So, I mean, I know you noticed it because you mentioned it. But I mean, how did you, like, you said it, you know what I'm saying, how did you humble yourself to just be like...
It's I'm going to tell you something, bro. That's a crazy question. That's a good question. Because I'm going to tell you something. As an artist, you got to control yourself from being negative. Like, man, you niggas ain't better than me. Fuck y'all. And drop a diss track. I can blow up like that, easy. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, at the end of the day, it breaks that bond with what we trying to do in the city. And it's not going to mean nothing. Like, when that shit go, you going to get 1 million views. When you drop that diss track, oh, he killing, then what?
Then what?
Now nobody don't want to fuck with you because, you know what I'm saying, we all need each other. Yo, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, I had to stay positive because it was battling me in the back of my mind to just do... You know, just go Kendrick Lamar control. For real.
I respect that though. Because a lot of artists would have been said something.
Man, I'm telling you, that's how it go. And I'm telling you, man, only the strong survive, man, in this game, man. Yeah, I respect it.
I love how I feel like we've interviewed other people, and a topic that is continuously being brought up is just everybody in the city, like, helping the other person.
Right.
And at first I felt like it was, like, we had to ask that question to other artists, but, like, you just out front and said it, like, where it's like, no, that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
You're seeing that already.
Most
and
definitely.
We were literally sitting here going, well, who's going to be that person? Like, who's going to help? But you're doing that, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's not lying in that sense because I've been to a few shows recently.
Yeah.
And one of the people, like I'll see a crowd of people on stage or whatever, and he right there.
Yeah, me and Freddie just done a show in Walls together. Like
they was right there.
Like both on the stage. And like I'm from South Dallas, he's from Oak Cliff.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, South Dallas couldn't go to Oak Cliff couldn't go to South Dallas.
Man.
But we both, like, my people on stage, his people on stage, no beef, we just having fun.
Yeah.
Was that right?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. I was the only nigga in there in a suit. That's how it always is. If you want to know who Mozart is, look for the nigga in the suit,
in the
sport coat and loafers.
Loafers in the suit.
But I did definitely, like, I caught a vibe there. Like, just being in the mix with everybody, like, literally while everybody's performing. Kitty was there, Diddy was there. It's different people, like, getting up, getting they shine. Yeah. And it was like Freddie, like, rolling up, right there on this, rolling up on the stage the whole time, you know what I'm saying, chilling. Smurf right there, mid-stage, bouncing, making a video. He right there. Everybody, Mr. Hit That from the radio. Everybody's right there in the mix. And it was, I forget the actual cause of it, of why everybody was there, but that's what you start to see. If you see, did you go? If anybody was at the Sun on the Beat, they celebrated him signing, and then the very next week they celebrated Molly and Brooks signing to Def Jam. Both times that they celebrated that, the entire city is out with them, watching and partying and celebrating. Versus what we used to see is what we witnessed in our earlier times. We brought two different artists on here that were both celebrated artists, and at each of their time, both of them had a green eye towards the other for some sense. And it's like, you don't want to spread that about in the city. You want us to be in a position where somebody like you we can elevate you. You know what I'm saying? Your single don't got to take off in Atlanta. It can take off right here in Dallas because we elevated you. What do you think that the culture is going to speak like? I'm not want to say it bad to nobody. I don't think I'm bashing no artist. But the That's On Me, that's done. That's gone. It's not even on the billboards anymore. It's done. What does the culture of Dallas speak to if this can happen again?
I just think, like, just being yourself, bro, and making great music. I think, you know what I'm saying, like, we had the D-Town Boogie movie. And then, they was looking for a certain type of music. You know what I'm saying? That's what was blowing up out of Dallas. You know what I'm saying? But now at this point, it's like, shit, you can just make great music. Like, we got Post Malone. We got, you know what I'm saying?
Huge artists.
We got different people that just make great music. And I think that's what every artist has to stick to. Just make great music. You know what I'm saying? Get your numbers up and just push. If you got a great single, push it. Because we got so many different platforms that's blowing, like the Say Cheese, you know what I'm saying? The Dallas Wall Street. Like, we got so many different platforms that's just showing us love now. When it just used to be like certain artists getting shown love, and that's all they saw of Dallas. Shit, now we got a bunch of artists in Dallas.
I don't want to say that it's not okay to do so, but everybody is not in a position to pay to play. Right. But what you said is what you have to do. You got to push your single. You got to push your big record. You got to push your album, whatever. Without giving away y'all's technique. You know what I'm saying? Don't drop your golden nuggets. How can these young and upcoming, like the Kenny B. Youngin guy, the Triplets and all of these guys, how can they do that? CEO. How can you push your record?
Man, you got to get with the right people, man. You got to get with the right people, like a Southern Fried Marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like who can get your single out there, who can push your single, and that goes with either finding somebody who can invest in you or investing in yourself. Period. It don't it's no cheat code to that part of the game. These songs ain't accidentally getting on the radio. You know what I'm saying? This ain't
accidentally happening.
You can go on YouTube right now. You can see a video with millions of views. It ain't on the radio, though. Because ain't nobody putting in the proper work or paying the proper people to get their song played on the radio. Yeah.
And that is big, because you said that this is the guy that represents Southern Fried Marketing.
Yes, sir.
I see at Southern Fried Marketing on everything, all the time, up and down my Instagram.
For years.
And all of that for a long time. And I didn't even know that that's who it was. But that man had you in the room with us. While we was all in different places, we was talking about, hey, make sure y'all put this on there. This is the people who's bringing this. That's huge. You definitely got to get out. You got to network, and you got to connect with the right people.
That's the key to it right there. That's the key, man, just connecting with the right people. And like them two dudes right there, like Stiff and Poofy, you know what I'm saying, getting the right people behind you who believe in you.
Poof, the famous producer,
Yeah,
right?
man, that's the famous producer, man, looking like a nerd. Wayne Gretzky.
And then and this is your manager. What's it?
man.
Stiff, the manager. Yeah. We got some people in the building.
Yeah, star power.
Y'all's whole vibe is just so chill.
So
Like, yeah.
when we all came in, everybody came in jumping and bouncing to this song the same way, but we didn't even get to really introduce
Yes.
it
Right,
and put it out there.
right.
Go ahead and let the people know the song that we're about to play for 'em.
Right now, we about to get on that Caught a Vibe. What camera we in, man? We in right now. We in camera. It's camera 3.
Yeah, call it camera 3.
We gonna call that camera 3. We gonna get a camera 3, man, and we gonna tune into that Caught a Vibe. Right now, Caught a Vibe going crazy, so y'all make sure y'all download that and get one of these, and you can just put.
Hey, D, he blessed the track like how
We are back.
I caught a vibe.
Caught a vibe. That was vibes.
No, man, like
Only,
The only.
not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 7. Can I say 7?
That's how you say it. That's how you supposed to say it. That's really how you supposed to say it right there.
So did you just
that's how you
count
supposed to say
that?
it.
Count
I
that
did.
shit up. You went through them numbers quick too. Do it again.
21
Do it again.
seconds.
Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 7.
Selm.
That's
Now-
how
Are you done?
But the great.
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Shit, damn.
Nah, but we
Not
lit
good,
and
but
we
great.
back. It's the only show always bringing y'all the greatest in the city, and
don't
tonight we
tell.
literally got one with us.
Tell me.
He just dropped. He's fresh off of an album release, Demi God. If you haven't went and got it, go look on all platforms. And we got that good government paper. You ain't got to do nothing but scan your video screens right
No
now.
apps needed.
Scan your radios.
All we need is a camera, flip phones included.
That's it.
But we just heard Caught a Vibe. So speaking of Caught a Vibe, what kind of vibe are they gonna catch listening to Demi God?
Man, they gonna. It's a range of emotions.
Yeah.
You gonna be high. You gonna be low. You gonna get the truth. You gonna get the good, the bad, the ugly.
Don't lie to the people.
Yeah, we can't do that, man. It's my life. The boy don't struggle when the struggle don't stop.
I want the good, the bad, and the ugly. What was some of the good, bad, and ugly that inspired this album?
Shit, from hard times, for going broke to like whatever you want, baby mama problem, whatever shit, what like life,
Everything,
life.
yeah.
I ain't holding back. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. Yeah, but we elevate now though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's looking good now.
You know what? That is the literal word for my whole in 2019.
What's that?
I had a dream, and I've been seeing that word elevation.
Elevation
Of
That's how you know
2019.
we're on the same page.
We are.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Y'all see that was confirmation. Y'all see my face? I'm smiling. That's confirmation. God does that from time to time.
Hey, this record NBA, man. So growing up in South Dallas, I listened to that song and it's like you got this Southern swag,
Right.
you represent Dallas, like there's nothing else you can see. But on this record, you chose the East Coast beat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you stepped up and rapped with the East Coast flow, you know what I'm saying? You gave us bars. So growing up where you grew up in South Dallas, what East Coast rappers influenced you?
Nas, Jay, Nas and Jay, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I heard.
Like I was out. It's crazy on the NBA record. We just left New York like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like they really.
Yeah, I was in that whole like I started Harlem shaking in that whole like
Like they really on that NBA record. And on the second verse, I named like all the
NBA teams. Yeah, that shit hard, man.
So but those was the dudes, man. I really grew up off that though.
Yeah, see,
what I'm saying?
listening to that song, it kind of just showed me that you really you're an artist because, like you said, like even when it comes to getting on the radio, like you said, it didn't happen on accident. Like you didn't name those teams on accident. Like you didn't name the song NBA. You didn't choose that beat, that flow. All that shit was on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So, like, do you feel that that you have to put that you have to include that flow and that genre on your album just to show that side of you? Like,
I think that's what separates me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like as far as like being from the South and being a Southern artist.
Yeah.
That I can be versatile. That the East Coast and West Coast people accept us because they sometimes they don't accept us. But we went to New York. They was like shit. They was on it big time. So like I say, I feel like that's a separation.
And that's hard because now you're getting a lot of New York artists that's rapping on Southern beats.
That's going Southern,
It's
right,
like they
right,
just, because
right,
I know
right.
New York is the Mecca. So, you still, they going to always love those hard boom bap records.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's dope to have a Southern artist. That's a new artist that's coming out that's giving you that flavor. You know what I'm saying? That's different. That's real different.
Right.
What's not different though is this year. We all here from Dallas. We've been talking about all of the different areas of Dallas. And this year on February the 1st, 2nd, something like that, we will all be sitting comfortably on our couches like this, watching the Super Bowl happen from home because the Dallas Cowboys have lost. We didn't get to do any sports talk. I cover the scores here in the Coach's Corner. Yeah. So we're gonna do let's do 7 rounds with 7ThaGreat. We're going to step into the boxing ring. We're going to throw
sports,
a few.
man. I'd say you can't miss me on those sports.
We're going to step into the box. So
we're going to step into the ring. That's where exactly. That is exactly.
We're going to start off with Adrian Broner.
Are you one of the people who saw him win that fight?
Shit, he won.
So you were the hood that he was doing it for. It was South Dallas.
You the hood. I felt his pain, man. He say he did it for the hood. Say, man. Hey, man, if the boy say he won, he won. Cause I know you see him on the street, we're going to have to fight. So he won, man.
Hey, right.
And that's exactly what he said to the announcer. He say, I'll go sell me against you, though.
Yeah, he won them boxes. You going to have to come on with it. Like, you talking about me? Come on.
I'm gonna take that. He's not gonna forget none of that. My hands is off license.
I'm gonna take that. Whatever come with it, I'm gonna take that.
So that's round one. Let's give round one to Adrian Broner. Yeah. You get that. Pacquiao did take that in a huge unanimous decision. It was horrible. But second, let's jump over to the Mavericks. Luka Doncic,
who is not black.
Who is not black, and he's also
the phenom.
He's the European Jesus.
Yeah, the phenom himself.
He's come over and he's taken over the team.
Most definitely.
We've been talking a lot about trading DSJ. How you feel about that?
Right now, man, he just don't fit. You know what I'm saying? He don't fit with what we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause Luka. Now I'm gonna get into a little sports talk.
Yeah, let's
you know
do
what I'm
it.
saying? Luka, he can't stick to point guards and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And DSJ, we need another defensive player who can stick Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving and Russell Westbrook. So
he too small.
He too small, man. And I love him. I love that boy, man.
The other night, there was at the end of the game when DSJ came back. There's 2 things that went down that everybody's talking about with the Mavs. One is at the end of the game, instead of passing the ball, I don't know what was drawn up in the circle.
Right.
But instead of passing the ball, DSJ dribbled the clock out.
Right.
Literally dribbled the clock out. And Luka was in frustration. He checked over to the bench like, what's going on? What do you think is the current status of that relationship?
It's just, you got to understand that this dude, DSJ, he's just not in a good place. You know what I'm saying? He's just not in a good place, man. So they need to just decide if they going to trade him or keep him and let him know that. But at the same time, it's a business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You wake up, you playing for the Raptors.
Yeah, that's true. It is a business. First. And I think that the media is he really letting the media ruin his mental a little more than because of all this talk about him getting traded.
But then too, dude, like 2021, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, it's...
Yeah, he's super young.
Yeah.
So we're going to give round 2 to Luka Doncic. We're obviously going to stick with him. But one thing he also did, the second thing that they're talking about, is he got frustrated. He got frustrated mid-game at one point, and he booted the fucking ball into the stand.
He got ejected, didn't he?
Yes, and he got fined. Yeah. He booted the basketball, y'all. Y'all don't know if y'all know. That's something that we do. That's some Ron Artest shit. But that was one of y'all. That don't happen very often.
Nah, he cool.
I'm just making
he cool.
But it was like, and then he got frustrated. I guess he was having an off night. All of the Mavericks were having an off night. He gets frustrated after he missed a 3-pointer. And he ripped his jersey off, Hulk Hogan style.
Yeah.
Like, grrr.
Yeah.
What do you think about his... Luka is young, and he's been a leader ever
19,
since he
man.
started playing. Yeah, he's 19, and he was a leader on his team before he got here in the States. So what do you think about his psyche? Where is he at mentally as a player?
You know, like you have to compare it to the Dirk era, and he's way ahead of Dirk.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
Dirk didn't come in.
Yeah, he's way ahead of
like
Dirk.
that.
So I think as far as like him being 19 and what he bringing to the team and what he brings to the table, you got to take whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just let him do his thing. You get mad, go crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He get mad, go crazy, let him go.
So I mean, I do think that sometimes, like you do, if your best player is one of those, like if Boogie Cousins, if he your best player, you let him do what he do.
Right. That's
how you gonna win games.
Dirk gave us 21 years.
Yeah.
So let's give round 3 to the jersey. R.I.P. to that jersey. In round 4, there's a couple. I want to save these last 4 rounds for the most important. Yeah, it's time to get it. The fucking Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. Let's not get it twisted. But I will.
When you got to say that first, man, it's some bullshit.
Hey, I will let the Cowboys, because I'm a fan. So, you know, who better to tell you, who better to call you out on your shit than your own mama or your own daddy?
Hold up. You weren't here last week. We already talked about the Cowboys and we moved on. We don't need you.
Hell yeah, I had to drown in my
too bad.
sorrow by myself.
I ain't
last
gonna go
week.
too bad on it.
I had to drown in my sorrow
so
by
the
myself.
the first thing, around 4, what I want to bring up with the Cowboys is that Dak Prescott, his what he did this year, how do you feel about it? Let's just ask that.
I think he did an amazing job. Especially when we got the receiver we needed.
And that changed everything. He did not go a game without throwing a touchdown.
Man, he stepped up and he showed what you do with a number 1 receiver.
We don't really fuck with Dak on this side. So
Yes, we do.
no, I'm just playing. He's my quarterback,
Right.
you know. But he's my quarterback.
Right.
But the National Football League is no longer a quarterback's league. There's much too fast. It's not about who can throw the ball the fastest or who can throw the ball the most accurate. It's about whose offense is the most creative, whose defense is the strongest, and who can score the most points.
Right.
We saw the Rams. They're in the Super Bowl and they average like 34 points a game. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's Golden State
that's
right now.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a lot of points. We saw twice this year the New Orleans Saints put up 50 points.
Right.
So it's all about what you can do with the ball and how quickly you can. The Dallas Cowboys, check this out. Until like the last 2 games of the season, or the last 3, because I think we played the Colts the third to the last game. Right. Until those last 3 games of the season, we were the best team in football in the first quarter. That's how you win. If you want to know if a runner is fast, see how fast they can jump out into a sprint. Put them in the 100-mile and see how fast they can get it. Right. That's why it's important to know the Cowboys were definitely one of the best teams in the first quarter. But in the fourth quarter, we didn't quite have that finishing game aspect. And that has to do with your quarterback. Tom Brady wins games at the end of the game. Drew Brees throws away games at the end of the game. Jared Goff even stepped up, and he came through for his team at the end of the game.
Because, you know,
Does Dak have that ability?
most definitely in the NFL, you got 2 options: firepower or system.
Where are you going with this?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you got. You either have the firepower or you have the system. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So with the system that the Cowboys have, Dak Prescott, do you think that he can produce? He can win some games. We won 13 the first year.
Yeah, we can win some games.
We won.
We need one more. We
9
need one more
this year.
player.
We won
Last year.
13, then 9, then 10.
The second year is 6 games without Zeke.
Do you think that he can produce a lot faster in order for us to keep up with the teams that are going to the Super Bowl, the Rams?
We just need another offensive player, like a receiver. Another receiver.
Spread the field even more.
Most definitely firepower. That's what the NFL. That's what the league is going to.
My man over here. We done watched a couple of games together.
Right.
Yeah. We done witnessed we done rolled with the Cowboys. We done cried for the Cowboys. We done it all because of the Cowboys. Where are we watching the game at from? Where are we watching the Super Bowl?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
But it ain't gonna be in Atlanta.
The show.
That's what. So how do you feel about? Let's go to round. Let's give round 5 to the Cowboys' improving record. To go from 9 games to 10 games. That's hey, we didn't get any faster scoring the ball.
We started out 3-5.
Yeah, we started out 3-5, and we end the season with a winning record, 10-6.
Cowboys, I want you and Kenny to congratulate Dak and Amari Cooper for making a Pro Bowl.
Most definitely.
I'll congratulate them for being the niggas who couldn't get it the first time, and because somebody else is protesting and don't want to go. And speaking of protests, y'all didn't want to protest with us at the beginning of the year?
Protest for who?
Dak, play that Pro Bowl game from your couch where you're going to be watching the Super Bowl game. So how about that?
So, are you a Cowboy fan?
Hold on.
Oh, you one of them type
switch
fans.
over. Go to segment 5.
You one of them type fans.
Yeah.
Hey, he'll do that shit in a Dak jersey with a Cowboy scarf on.
For real.
9, 10, 11, and 12, Dak could have fucked. And now all of a sudden you hate Dak. That's some light skin shit.
No, it's not that I hate Dak. It's because of round 6. Let's jump to round 6. What round 6 is about, what I didn't get to get, what you say, what is the point of all of this? Dak Prescott's agent is about to request his extension early from the Cowboys. Let me tell you how much money he plans on making a year. Let's do a quick run around. How much money you think he's worth a year? Quick.
Probably 17.
Oh, okay. How much money you think he's worth a year?
22.
You said 22. How much money you think he's worth a year?
I don't even want to.
Dak Prescott's agent is asking to be paid $30 million a year. To make Dak Prescott a $30 million quarterback? I don't know. We don't even got an offensive coordinator that he can play with.
You're not going to get that. You ever sold a pound or a key? Because you know a nigga going to try to knock you
But
out.
see, what Dak is a pound of Reggie. Okay? You don't tell me Kush prices for the Reggie. You can't jump. It's two grades in between there.
Might be some mid-grade Kush.
Yeah, I give him mid-grade.
He's mid-grade because he's not ready.
He's some dro.
No, he's
Dak is some dro. Okay? And not the good dro. I'm talking about 2012 dro. Still brown at the bottom of the bag.
Around 7. Let's just get it
We're going to get around 6 to the
So do y'all think that in round 6 goes to the contract, do y'all think that Dak Prescott deserves that sort of contract from the team to be one of the highest paid players?
But he's going to ask for it.
I don't think he deserves $30 million. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna say that because I ain't gonna tell another nigga what he deserves on his money, man. Shit. Because if I could go ask for $30 million from anywhere, I'm gonna ask for that shit.
Got a quarterback.
Yeah. Well,
We got a quarterback.
I thought that this was gonna go a different way. Round seven. I'm going to say, listen, hear me out. I know what it sounds like I was about to say. Dak Prescott deserves that $30 million a year. The reason that Dak Prescott deserves this $30 million a year is that some other teams that their quarterbacks are coming up for those extensions. Jared Goff, Patrick Mahomes is going to be getting his extension probably next year, right on to his rookie contract. Those types of things. These quarterbacks are great. They're good. They're not better than Dak on paper. They're not better than Dak at wins, and they don't have more playoff wins than Dak Prescott. So if you remember, we came in here in November, and I ran down the numbers before we played the Rams. I said, this is what Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, and Dak Prescott all did, and in every statistical category that mattered, Dak was the better quarterback. That was also true about 10 or 12 years ago. This guy nobody knew named Aaron Rodgers came into the league from nowhere. And he was better in every category statistically than not only the guy that he was still in his starting job, but every other of his counterparts on the other teams. He deserves that $30 million contract. He deserved it when he he became the highest paid quarterback in football. Dak Prescott deserves to be the highest paid quarterback in football.
Round 7. goes to your confusion.
Man. Hey, we got to deal with this shit every week, man.
Every week. Every week.
He be on everybody's side.
Yeah, for real.
You start arguing with yourself.
Man.
Be like, hold on, man, I was just arguing this whole time.
But ladies and gentlemen, we just stepped into the ring with the one and only 7ThaGreat. I just went 7 rounds with one of the best rappers in the building.
Man,
or one of the best rappers in the city.
And I love sports, man.
Yeah.
So that was right on time.
Man, right on time.
That was right on
So before we get out, do you want to introduce the last song before we run around with our... So,
Oh, yeah, let's get a Super Bowl prediction.
I definitely need yours. He said,
Hey, I'm with you.
Nah, for real, man. The Rams gonna get them.
Rams over the
Rams
Patriots.
gonna get them. 37-31.
Close game.
37-31. Rams. Ain't got no choice.
Ain't got no
Donald
choice.
coming.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think the Rams gonna get that W.
Sue won one. Hey, Sue and Aaron won one, man. That's the key.
I'm calling the Patriots in a blowout like 52-14, 17. Patriots are definitely about to blow them out.
Hell
Tom
no.
Brady threw 2. He threw
had
more
Rams.
interceptions last week, I think, than he did almost the whole second half of the season. So,
But I watched the game and I liked it, so I was just going
Who you
with the
like?
Rams. I actually like the Patriots uniform, but I'm still going with the Rams. Woo!
woo!
That was a hard decision, huh? Mind blown.
Oh man, what's our what second track you gonna bless us with off of here before we get out of here?
We're gonna leave, man. We're gonna leave the show what we do.
With what we
What
do,
we do, what we
ladies
do.
and gentlemen.
Shout by Jeff for Durr.
You stepped into the ring, you came into the station, and what's been blasted through your ears is the voice of Mr. 7ThaGreat himself.
You dig.
Stay tuned.